Pull one flake off of that alfalfa. Breakfast is served. And they will not leave any of that down there.
So what you know about it? Yeah, I'm just working on my trophy speech. My trophy speech. I'm just working on my trophy speech. My trophy speech. See, this for the fam, this for the home team. I'm just working on my trophy speech.
What's up, everybody? It's early Saturday morning here, and I'm getting some hay. Got to get these horses fed, because what you put in the horses is as important as working the horses and the exercise. So I am here at Precision Hay. This is the absolute best place I've been so far to get some hay from. It is just great quality stuff, great customer service, and this is Mr. Heath here. It just comes in and he drops it on the trailer, and it just works out perfect. Is actually a very affordable price that he gives it at. I absolutely love coming here. Good quality stuff, good people, and keeps the horses fed, fat, full. Man, you can't ask for a better thing, because we're going to talk about it, but what you put in your body and in your mind is as important as what you do in day-to-day life. And that's the same thing with horses. And like I said, horses have a lot to teach us in life, and it's so much we can learn from them. And it all starts here. This is alfalfa hay. This is what I feed my horses, or part of their feeding regimen alongside feed. So once again, I am at Precision Hay here. And some of the best stuff you can find at a very great price. So it's been excellent. It keeps my horses just looking good. So Mr. Heath, this is New Ulm, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you pronounce it New Ulm or New Ulm?
If you're from here, you say New Ulm.
New Ulm, okay.
Yes,
well, I'm going to pronounce it like I'm from here then. So I'm going to just say New Ulm, because I've always, that's always been a debate elsewhere. Is it New Ulm or New Ulm?
And if I tell people New Ulm, they say where?
Well, yeah, I get it. But once again, this is Heath, and you're the owner here, right?
Yes, sir. Owner
here at Precision Hay. This is where I get my alfalfa from, and what you put in your horses is the most important thing. More than what you can do in the training, riding, it all starts in how they are regimented in their feeding program. So, hey, follow along, check it out. It's gonna be great. Excellent quality stuff, excellent customer service, and just absolutely been loving the product from Mr. Heath and here at Precision Hay. So, hey, keep following. Let's go check out and see how the horse training goes later. Well, I made it back now, and it's time to get these horses fed. Everybody likes good-looking horses, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there who have horses, or if you have horses and you're wondering a good regimen to feed them that keeps weight on them but doesn't break the bank, I have somewhat of a way that works for me. It's worth a try, and if any of you have any suggestions on how to do it even better than that and have it cost effective, then hey, let me know down in the comments. All right, we can help each other out. I'm over here, and this is my stud right here. Say hey, Apollo. Yeah, I know. We have some work to do. Just got Apollo not too long ago, and he is a registered American quarter horse out of Colonel Freckles. He's a proven stud in the quarter horse industry here, and I want to say it's out of Cutting horses. Yeah, Cutting horses. I know the babies of this stud right here has produced a lot of rodeo prospects, roping horses, and they have just progressed amazing on some of the stuff that I've been able to check out. One of my good friends has been showing me in a lot of these colts that he's produced, and they're, one, just absolutely beautiful, and then two, they are absolutely athletic. And so I'm pretty excited about him. if anybody on here who happens to see this at some point, I know he had to get all his paperwork straight and all that, and I'm working on that. And so when I get that together and you need papers on your horse, let's talk. All right, 'cause we can get that done. He's just an amazing stud here. He was very studdish acting, and I mean he looked like he was a force to be reckoned with, and I was a little concerned at first, but you can see right now he's just a big baby. You just had to take him away from the mares a little bit and just see how he kind of mellowed out, which is a good point. I wouldn't necessarily judge a stud by what you see if he's around mares. If you believe a stud's real wild acting, take him away from those mares, put him off by himself, see what he's like, what his temperament and demeanor is like. Because I mean, man, if I would have judged this book off of his cover, it would have been a no-go for me. But I just had a feeling he was gonna be the one that I needed for my program, and I'm looking forward to him. I'm gonna get him rideable, and so that's gonna be a series coming up here. Me and Apollo have a series coming up, much like Genesis. So if you haven't watched that, go back, go check through my videos, and you will see me working with another horse, Genesis. I still have her, and she was a mare, is a mare, American Quarter Horse mare. She's registered as well. And so if you don't know how to do any of that, or you just curious on how I do it and you have any tips on how you do it, tap in. All right, leave it in the comments. Let's talk, let's connect. So anyway, let's get these babies fed. Gonna pick some weight back up on him. That's why we got the good alfalfa yesterday from Precision Hay over with Heath, and we're gonna go ahead and get him fed. And we also have another stud. He's going to get trained as well, but we're gonna start with him. And we're gonna get him all gentle, taken care of, and going and started and get a ride on him. I believe he's probably about anywhere from, I want to say 8 to 10 years old. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, a lot of people have questions about whether or not you can get a horse to behave in certain types of ways after they've been studied out for so long without rides or, you know, taken care of. Absolutely you can. It's all in how you go about it. We're going to be safe, and we're going to be intentional. All right, let's get them fed. So the bread and butter to my feeding program, so to speak, is one, you got to find you a good hay. You already saw that. You can see how green this is. This is alfalfa here, but that's coastal. All right. You don't want to get cow hay, so to speak, because the protein in it is a lot less. It's not really doing anything for your horses. So get you a good hay. Now you got to shop around for this, and I've gone to places that were extremely high, and to be quite honest with you, this is the best hay I've been able to find at the most affordable price point. Because what happens is you try to sustain that that cost, and it's just not sustainable sometimes. And the market is affected by supply, demand, and all that. And you can have a dry year, drought. I remember one year there was a drought, and my goodness, hay prices were out of the roof. And so you have to find something that was sustainable, but yet able to allow your horses to thrive. What I do, I got my bases here, a good hay. You want what I mean, I kind of alternate, so I'll give them alfalfa once a day, and then I will go with the coastal in the evening. This is morning, that's evening. And along with that, in the morning time, I give them some feed. This feed here is what I give, and you can get this at a feed store. I mean, we're in Texas. This is pretty much at any feed store you can find. Haven't seen it at Tractor Supply, but like I said, that's a chain. But I have been able to get this at any feed store. It runs about $16, $17 most places is, and they will run sales every now and then. So always look out for those. I'll give them some of that. And then this right here, I've just started on this Big H horse feed, and it they eat it really well. At first they were a little slow on it, but it was just getting used to it because this stuff right here is really good. And so I've been doing a mix. This is 12-8 pellet right here, and this here has, let's check it out here. We're looking at 12% protein, 3% fiber, nope, 3% fat, and 10% crude fiber. This is a little bit, one is cheaper, but if you have horses that are already where you want them to be, composition wise or conformation wise, I mean, that's gonna sustain them and hold them as long as you got you a good hay basis there and they got some good forage in the pasture. I would go with this. This is the cheapest, and it actually does the job of maintaining. This here will help pick up in addition with this. This is what I use for my horses that need to gain weight or keep weight on them if they're not easy keepers. I would definitely go with this, and this is a 12-8 mix. So 12% protein, 8% fat. That one was 3%. This one's 8. The ones that I want to pick up, I'll go here. Now, there are other feeds that I've used, especially in situations where my horse's weight gain wasn't going as planned, or I got them when they were really low in weight. I would kick them up to a Nutrina feed, a high fat one, and you're good there. But still got to have you a good hay. So that's the reason why I go with the alfalfa in the morning, coastal in the evening, and scupa feed. And if they're easy keepers and they're not having a problem and they're already at the weight I want them at, I'll give them scupa feed once in the morning with their alfalfa, and that's it. My horses that I need to gain weight on, I'll give them everything all the other horses get: alfalfa, a scupa feed, but and coastal in the evening, but I would add a scoop in the evening along with their regimen, and that works like a charm. Now, in addition to that, because I have gotten a couple of horses here that were really severely underweight, and I wanted to pick them up real fast, so I got a balancer here. Nutrina makes those, and that works exceptionally well. That will help with their metabolism. No thing, y'all. I don't know what this dog is going after here. She's definitely sniffing around there, so I'm gonna be careful of it. But anyway, just so you can see what it looks like, this is the 12-3 feed. That's what that looks like. 12% protein, 3% fat. So you can kind of see it has a lot of oats and things in it. And then this is what my high fat. Now, I did add in those, not the pellets, but these little bad boys right here. I added that in. That is a kind of an enhancer. One of the horses I have was severely underweight, and when I got them, so I wanted to increase their weight, and that does cost about $35, $40 a bag for one, but you can get you one good bag. I throw it in with the feed and let them have that, and my goodness, it does an amazing job. And Nutrina makes that too. That's what I tend to go with. Only thing left to do is to get them fed. Get the horse balancer. And this is a very dry looking thing, but throw in a couple handfuls of that. Get their vitamins and all that stuff. And like I say, I want to put weight back on this horse because being new here, sometimes when they come, they don't want, I'm sorry. So me, big scoop. Need a big scoop of this. So one big scoop of that. And I'll take a small scoop. A small scoop of that. And shake that bad boy up. And then we have it, the good stuff. So this is a flake. So we're gonna just throw this over there. And that's all it is. You just pull one flake off of that alfalfa. Breakfast is served. And they will not leave any of that down there either. They love their alfalfa. Let's go in here with this bad boy. All right, Apollo. Come on, boy. You ready, dude? Good job. So with my horses, I don't want them to develop certain aggressions. When you bring in feed, they will come right up on you. I want them to respect my space. You saw when I entered, he definitely had a good spatial respect going on right there, but I don't want them to become uncomfortable around me when they do eat. I want them to be free with me when they move. We're new to each other. He is a stud, so there are things I'm going to look out for and watch out for. One of those is going to be overly aggressive whenever I bring food into the pen. I want to make sure that whenever anyone comes in with food, he's not going to become hyperactive and throwing his head at them and, you know, running up to try to paw at him, whatever it is. So he needs to be comfortable with me in his space, but he needs to respect mine. All right, y'all, that is the basis of my feeding program. If you have any suggestions or you have a way to do it better, and like I said, everybody's trying to save $1 today, and that's a smart move. That's not a bad thing to do. If you can feed your horses and have it cost effective and not break the bank and be able to have them look good, hey, man, I'm not mad at you, and I look forward to hearing from you on how to better improve that. But yeah, this works for me right now. It keeps all of my horses looking good. These go a long way. These alfalfa bales go a long way. You just pull a flake off of there, and one flake, and they're really compact, so there's a lot of nutrients in that one flake here. And you know, if you have to up your feed, then up it. If you have a horse that's underweight and needs more sustenance, or if you're in rodeo and whatever, like, you got to feed according to whatever lifestyle you're living. And mine are all in the beginning phases. We do some training, we round pen. There is some work that they have to do. It is pretty strenuous, especially when they first start off, because it's getting them in shape. I mean, you imagine if you had to run around a pen, I don't know, however long until your coach says stop, you'll be tired too. But also replenishing those nutrients and all those vitamins and things that are lost during the workout is as essential as the actual training itself. As I stated when we went to go pick up the hay, what you put in your horse is what you're gonna get out of it. You know, different breeds hold weight, have different metabolisms. All horses are different, even in the same breed. Some are easy keepers, some are harder than others, but at the end of the day, you just got to find what works for you. This works for me. So if there's anything that you want to see, anything that you feel like you need to know or would be curious to know on my end on what I do on a day-to-day basis with those horses, and you want to see a video, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Alrighty. But as far as that's concerned, I got other horses to feed. I'm not gonna bore you with feeding all those other ones, but just know that's what they're getting. There is going to be a series I'm about to record with my boy Apollo here, getting a stud rideable after not being ridden for however many years he's been alive. And I can't remember, like I said, it can be 8, 10 years or whatever, but we're gonna do it because all things are possible through Christ Jesus. All things. It can be dangerous for us, but I have faith here, and I believe that Apollo is going to be one of the best horses in my program here and getting started going forward. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's about faith. It's about believing the things that are not as though they are. And that's what the Bible says. So you're going to want to stay tuned because there's a lot coming up. But at the end of the day, y'all, hey, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll catch you next time. God bless.
I'm just working on my trophy speech.